Embarrassed awakenings, Matt awoke to shouting. Not human voices, but sharp clicking sounds that echoed through the trees. Alien voices. Dozens of them. His eyes shot open. Kalira was standing in front of him, arms stretched wide, shielding him. From a group of tall insectoid aliens with spears, glowing staffs, and armor made of shining green bark. Their eyes glowed softly in the dark. Their wings buzzed with tension. Kalira shouted in her language, "Do not attack! He is not dangerous." The lead warrior, a tall male with 2 scar-like lines across his face, pointed at Matt. "You touched it, didn't you?" "You activated the swelling," Matt groaned. "Oh no, not this again." The alien warrior narrowed his eyes. "It's swelling right now, isn't it?" Matt panicked. He quickly pulled the cloth Kalira gave him tighter around his waist, even doubling it for extra security. "No, nothing is swelling, I swear." Kalira stepped forward, raising both hands. "It is a reflex. His species reacts this way to emotional closeness. It is not an attack, not a weapon." The warrior was unconvinced. "We have seen this once before, in the time of the elders. It caused madness. Our warriors fell ill for days after witnessing it." Matt, trying not to laugh or cry, said, "I think they just saw something they didn't understand." Another alien hissed, pointing with his staff. "The swelling leads to mating behavior. This is an invasion." Matt stood up slowly, holding up both hands. "No invasion, just really bad luck." Kalira turned, whispering quickly. "They are afraid, Matt. You must stay calm. Don't move too fast." "Don't worry," Matt muttered. "Fast movement isn't possible with this much pressure and zero pants." Just then, a younger alien from the group stepped forward, a female with shimmering blue wings. She looked curious, not angry. "Let me see the human," she said calmly. Kalira hesitated but nodded. "He will not harm you." The young alien stepped close and examined Matt carefully. She looked him in the eye, then down at his waist. "I see no visible threat," one warrior barked. "It hides itself when watched. That is its defense." Matt raised an eyebrow. "It's not a chameleon." Kalira waved her hands, trying to control the chaos. "Everyone, listen. The swelling is not his weapon, it's part of his nature. Just like some of you hum when you're scared or shed powder when excited, this is his body reacting." The older warrior grunted. "Then prove he's harmless." Kalira turned to Matt. "You must show them you can control your instincts." Matt blinked. "How?" "I'm a guy waking up in the middle of an alien forest surrounded by angry bugs with spears while half naked. That's not exactly a calming environment." Kalira leaned in. "Think of something sad, cold, like a black hole, or taxes." Matt snorted. "Taxes. Got it." He closed his eyes, took a breath, and focused. Kalira turned to the warriors. "Watch. The swelling fades." The group leaned in. Suspense filled the jungle like mist. One warrior whispered, "It is shrinking." Another gasped, "He is in control." The tension slowly broke. Weapons were lowered. A few even looked embarrassed. Matt opened one eye. "Did it work?" Kalira nodded proudly. "You passed the trial of restraint." Matt raised a hand. "Can we never speak of this again?" Kalira giggled softly. "No promises." But before anyone could laugh too hard, a loud mechanical hum came from the forest. The warriors turned, ears twitching. "What is that?" Matt asked. Kalira's smile faded. "Not us, and not friendly." Suddenly, red lights flashed between the trees. Scavenger drones, machines built to collect crash debris, rolled in, scanning for metal and life. They didn't care what they hit. Kalira grabbed Matt's arm. "We have to move, now." Matt limped as fast as he could. The warriors followed, shouting orders. Behind them, the drones lit the jungle on fire, burning everything that moved. And just like that, the awkward moment was gone, replaced with panic. But in the middle of it, Kalira whispered one thing as they ran. "Stay close to me. Swelling. Or not. I'll protect you." The awkward alliance, The jungle burned behind them. Kalira ran fast, pulling Matt through the thick vines and glowing moss. His bare feet tripped over every root, and he winced with every step. Behind them, the scavenger drones scanned and vaporized everything that moved. "They're getting closer," Matt shouted, nearly falling. Kalira looked over her shoulder. "These machines don't care who you are. Metal, flesh, plant, they take everything," Matt gasped. "You couldn't have mentioned that before." Suddenly they burst through a wall of hanging leaves and entered a hidden clearing surrounded by tall stone mushrooms. A waterfall roared nearby, masking their presence. Kalira pulled him behind one of the giant stones. She placed her fingers on a small notch in the rock, and the stone shifted, opening into a narrow cave entrance. "This way," she whispered. Inside it was dark and cool. The air smelled like earth and old tree roots. Glowing vines curled across the walls, casting soft blue light. Matt collapsed onto a flat stone, breathing heavily. "Okay," he said between gasps. "Remind me never to crash here again." Kalira smiled faintly, sitting beside him. "You're lucky I was the one who found you. Others would have left you for the jungle." Matt leaned back, finally safe for the moment. "Yeah, thanks for that, and sorry about everything earlier." She tilted her head. "You mean the swelling, the shouting, or the time I almost poked it with a stick?" Matt covered his face. "All of it." Kalira's laughter echoed softly in the cave. After a long silence, she grew serious. "You are not like the stories." Matt looked at her. "What stories?" She stared at the cave wall as if reading something only she could see. "We were told humans were destroyers, that you come with fire and hunger, that you ruin planets and take what you want them and leave nothing." Matt frowned. "Some humans are like that, but not all of us." Kalira glanced at him. "You cry in pain. You joke when scared. You protect what's not yours. That's not a destroyer. That's something else." Matt gave her a tired smile. "We're complicated, sometimes brave, sometimes stupid." She looked down. "Still, they will not trust you." "Your people?" She nodded. "Especially after what they saw. They think you're here to breed and conquer." Matt almost choked. "That's not even on my to-do list." Kalira blinked. "To-do list?" He laughed. "Never mind." She leaned back, eyes on the glowing vines above them. "What will you do now?" "I don't know," he admitted. "My ship's gone. I can't contact anyone. I don't even know where I am." Kalira thought for a moment. There is someone who might help. A healer older than all others. She knows languages, knows how to hide. If anyone can help a human survive here, it's her. Matt sat up straighter. "Can you take me to her?" "Yes," Kalira said. "But we'll have to travel deep into the Shadowlands." Matt didn't like the sound of that. "Shadowlands?" She nodded slowly. "No light, no sky. Things live there that don't breathe air. But the healer lives in the heart of it, under a broken sun crystal. She's not afraid of anything. Not even humans." Matt ran a hand through his messy hair. "Sounds lovely. But," Kalira added, "we need to move fast. The scavengers will return. And now that they've seen you, others will come looking too." He narrowed his eyes. "Others like..." She hesitated. "Hunters. Pirates. Even slavers. They'll pay a fortune for a live human. You're rare." Matt cursed under his breath. "Great. First I'm a science mystery, now I'm a bounty." Kalira stood up, offering her hand. "Then let's not let them catch you." He looked at her hand, then into her eyes. There was something soft there. Strong. He took her hand. "You're really not scared of me?" he asked. She smiled. "You're strange, soft, and full of emotional reactions, but no, I'm not afraid." They stepped out of the cave, back into the humid air of the alien jungle. Somewhere in the distance, something howled. The wind carried the hum of machines and the screeches of things that should not exist. But for the first time since the crash, Matt wasn't alone. He had Kalira. Strange, brave, insectoid, and somehow, the only friend he could trust. Her people find out the jungle air had changed. Kalira felt it first. The birds no longer sang. The glowing moths had vanished. Even the roots under her feet seemed still, as if holding their breath. She turned to Matt. They're close. Matt, holding a sharp branch like a walking stick, looked around nervously. Your tribe? Kalira nodded. They followed our trail. I thought I was careful, but they're hunters. They smell fear. Matt sighed. Well, I've been sweating. Fear since the crash, so that's on me. They were nearing the edge of a steep ravine, thick with vines and buzzing with large winged insects. Below, black water moved slowly, hiding who knows what. Kalira stopped. We have two choices: climb down or face my people. Matt looked at the ravine, then at her. How angry are we talking? She didn't answer. That was answer enough. Before they could decide, a sharp voice echoed from behind. Kalira, step away from the human. Kalira turned slowly. A dozen warriors surrounded them, her own people. Spears drawn, faces hard, and standing in front of them. Her mother, Elder Shanari, one of the High Council, her mandibles painted in royal blue, eyes glowing bright with authority. Mother, Kalira whispered. Shanari's voice was like ice. You broke sacred law, you hit him, you touched him. Kalira stepped in front of Matt. He is not a threat. He needs help. One warrior spat on the ground. He carries the swelling. Sickness, Matt groaned behind her. You guys really need better medical education. Shanari raised her hand. Silence, Skyman. You stand in sacred soil. Your kind were banned after the last war. Kalira spoke quickly. He's not like them. He's kind, gentle, lost. Then why, Shanari hissed, did our scouts see him touching your hand? Why did your body emit bonding pheromones? Kalira's eyes widened. I didn't mean... Gasps rippled through the warriors. Matt leaned close and whispered, Wait, did I accidentally... propose? Kalira whispered back. You might have. It's... complicated. Shanari's voice thundered. You brought shame. And now, you bring danger. Suddenly, two warriors stepped forward, aiming staff sabers at Matt. He must be taken to the cleansing chambers. His presence will be purified from your soul. Matt stepped back. Okay, nope. That doesn't sound like a spa day. Kalira stood firm. I won't let you hurt him. Shanari narrowed her eyes. Then you stand with the human? Kalira didn't blink. Yes. More gasps. One of the elders whispered, She has bonded. Shanari stepped closer. Then you are no longer my daughter. Kalira's breath caught in her throat. In that moment, something inside her cracked. But something else became stronger. I am still Kalira. I still believe in peace. But if you call him a threat, then you don't know me. Matt grabbed her hand gently. We need to move. Now. Shanari raised her hand. Capture them both. As the warriors advanced, Kalira did something unexpected. She howled. It was not a scream of fear, but a warrior's cry, an ancient call used by her ancestors in times of war. The jungle responded. Trees trembled, birds scattered, and the ground opened. A huge vine burst from the earth, swinging like a whip. Kalira jumped, pulling Matt as she landed on the swinging plant, and they launched themselves into the ravine. Below, screams echoed above. Arrows flew past them, but it was too late. They were falling into the dark, swampy waters beneath. Darkness. Matt coughed, pulling himself to the surface. Okay, 10 out of 10 for drama, 0 for landing. Kalira swam beside him, breathing hard. We can't stop now, they'll track us. They disowned you, Matt said, his voice quiet. Kalira paused. Yes. You okay? She looked at him, eyes glowing softly in the swamp mist. I gave up everything, for a reason. Matt reached out and held her hand. Then I won't let it be for nothing. They floated quietly for a moment in the glowing black water, surrounded by alien fog and bioluminescent plants. Above them, the hunt had begun. But down here in the shadows, something deeper was forming. Not just survival, but loyalty. Maybe even love. The bold escape. The swamp stank of old death and glowing mold. Matt pushed through thick black water, his legs brushing against things he couldn't see and didn't want to. Behind him, Kalira swam silently, her bioluminescent markings dimmed to avoid detection. Above, high in the trees, her people searched. Gliding scouts zipped between branches. Every so often a signal light pulsed red. They're close, Matt whispered, wiping green water from his face. Kalira nodded. But they don't know this path, not like I do. She pointed toward a crooked, half-buried temple covered in vines. It rose from the swamp like a forgotten god, stone teeth, dark arches, and glowing moss clinging to its sides. Lightning cracked far above. Rain began to fall. We hide inside? Matt asked. Kalira's voice was low. We survive inside. They entered the ruined temple, stepping over cracked bones and broken statues. Matt's heart pounded, not from fear, but from something else, deeper. Not long ago, he had crashed alone. Now he was running through a forgotten world with an alien who had given up everything for him. I never thought I'd owe my life to a girl with 4 fingers and glow-in-the-dark hair, Matt joked nervously. Kalira raised an eyebrow. I never thought I'd risk exile for a soft-talking, half-naked skyman. They both chuckled. For a moment, things felt lighter. Then something hissed in the dark. Matt froze. Please tell me that was your stomach. Kalira didn't answer. Her hand went to her curved blade. Out of the shadows, a creature slithered forward, 6 legs, no eyes, and a jaw like a cracked shell. It sniffed the air. Ancient. Hungry. Rav beast, Kalira whispered. It guards the old places. Matt whispered, what does it eat? Kalira gave him a sad look. Meat, fear, and slow runners. The beast charged. Kalira threw a flash orb from her pouch. It burst with silver light. The creature roared, blinded, giving them seconds. Run, she shouted. They bolted through narrow halls. The ground shook behind them. Dust fell from the ceiling. Statues shattered. The beast roared again, closer this time. Up ahead, a shaft of light. An exit. But as they neared it, a spear shot down from the ceiling. Kalira gasped. A trap! Matt grabbed her and dove sideways just in time. The spear hit where her chest had been. They landed in a pile of moss and broken stone. Kalira rolled over coughing. Matt's arm was bleeding, sliced by the falling trap. You're hurt, she said, panic in her voice. I'm fine, Matt grunted. Just a scratch. She tore a strip from her sash and wrapped it around his arm quickly, her fingers trembling. You bleed so easily, and you risk your life so easily, he said softly. Their eyes met in the dim light. For a second the world paused, but the beast's roar reminded them time was not their friend. They climbed up a narrow stone stairway. The exit above was crumbling, half-blocked, but light poured in. Kalira pushed with all her strength. Help me! Matt joined her. The stone gave way just as the beast slammed into the wall below, cracking it open. They pulled themselves up into a forest of tall white grass and collapsed into the dirt. Safe. For now. Matt lay on his back, staring at the alien sky. Stars blinked above, different from Earth's, but just as beautiful. Kalira lay beside him, silent for a long time. Finally, she spoke. You didn't run ahead, even when the trap cut you. You didn't leave me behind when your people chased us, Matt replied. They turned toward each other. I think, she said slowly, we are more than strangers now. Matt smiled. Yeah, we're survivors. Kalira leaned closer. We are bonded. Matt blinked. In In the alien magic promise for life kind of way, or the we're stuck together until we die way? Both, she said softly. He didn't run. He didn't laugh. He just nodded. Then I'll fight beside you, he whispered. They lay there bruised, cut, and surrounded by a world that wanted them both gone. But in that moment they were stronger than ever, and far, far away something else had noticed them. Not her tribe, not the beast. Something watching from orbit. Understanding, and a little love. The stars above the white grass field blinked strangely that night, not because of weather, but because something unnatural had entered the sky. Matt didn't notice it at first. He was lying beside Kalira, his arm now tightly bandaged, watching her trace strange glowing symbols into the dirt with her finger. "What are those?" he asked softly. She didn't look up. "My name, and yours, in Old Tongue. When two names are written together in this way, it means they've chosen each other." Matt smiled faintly. "So, space marriage?" Kalira looked up. "Only if both agree." Matt chuckled nervously. "You know, on Earth we usually date a little before leaping into cosmic bonding." Kalira tilted her head. "We fought, bled, ran, survived. We trusted." She leaned closer. "What else do your people need?" Matt looked into her glowing, violet eyes, and suddenly words didn't seem so necessary. They'd risked everything for each other. Her tribe had turned on her. His species was gone. All that remained was this one strange, perfect moment. But then, a light from above. A blue spotlight lit up the grass, nearly blinding them. A deep, humming engine echoed from the clouds. Matt sat up fast. "Is that?" Kalira shielded her eyes. "It's not my tribe." Out of the sky, a massive black ship descended. Smooth metal, Earth-made markings along its hull. Matt's heart skipped. "Human rescue team," he whispered. "They found me." A voice crackled over a loudspeaker. "Human survivor detected. Prepare for medical quarantine. Do not resist." Kalira stood tense. "They don't sound friendly." Matt frowned. "They're soldiers. They don't take risks." Two human soldiers in exosuits landed first, weapons drawn. They aimed not at Matt but at Kalira. "Step away from the human," one shouted. "Now!" Matt jumped in front of her. "Don't, she saved me." The soldier's visor scanned Kalira. "Unidentified species, possible contaminant. Quarantine protocol, removal." Kalira stepped back, eyes wide. "They want to erase me." Matt looked from the soldiers to Kalira. Just days ago, she'd been a stranger poking at his swelling like a curious child. Now, she was family. He raised his hands. "You shoot her, you shoot me too." The soldiers hesitated. Then a new voice came from the ship, older, calmer. "Stand down." Out walked a gray-haired woman in a command uniform. She looked at Matt with surprise, then at Kalira. "So," she said, "the alien rumors were true." "She's not a rumor," Matt said firmly. "She's the reason I'm alive." The commander raised an eyebrow. "Do you know what kind of political storm this will cause?" "I don't care," Matt replied. Kalira looked between them. "You will leave with them?" Matt turned to her. "Will you come with me?" She hesitated. "Your world may never accept me," he took her hand. "Then we change that together." The commander sighed. "Well, this will look great in the headlines." She signaled to the soldiers. "Bring them both aboard, no cages." Matt grinned. "See? That's progress." Kalira looked at the ship with wide, nervous eyes. "So much metal, so many rules." Matt squeezed her fingers. "I'll show you Earth's best parts first, like food, and music, and bad sci-fi movies." Kalira tilted her head. "What's movies?" He smiled. "You'll love them. They're stories where aliens fall in love with humans." Kalira's cheeks glowed with soft light. As they stepped onto the ship ramp, the engines roared. The jungle below faded. The fire, the tribe, the pain, all behind them now. Above, the stars watched silently, one human, one alien. one strange swelling that started it all, and something beautiful that came from it.